Well, here we are. We're heading out to Safford, Arizona. We're going to look at this red roan spot at Appaloosa. Looks like a good horse. Green broke. We're going to finish him out and get him for the right price. Here at Safford.
The moment we laid eyes on that red roan Appaloosa, we knew we had to bring him home. He stared at us from afar, stoic and calm, as if he'd been waiting for us. He was too much horse for the seller, who had bitten off more than he could chew. He had attempted a hard break that only resulted in a bronc ride that found the feller tossed to the ground. Intimidated, the man then found the horse inapproachable. He was unable to remove the saddle for a prolonged time. Scarred, traumatized, and left with massive saddle sores, the young gelding needed a new beginning. We quickly loaded him up in our trailer and hauled him on home. We promptly named him Safford, from whence he'd come, a strong and noble name. Soon it was time to begin his education. We bring him to the round pen to begin with a foundation on the ground, working at liberty to create trust and form a bond. Our wish is for him to be a willing participant in his own training. He is never forced, but requested to perform every task as trainer and horse learn the basics of communication. When trust builds, it is apparent as the horse chooses to come into the trainer's circle of influence and gives his own power to the trainer. It is at this time that we use ponying as a lesson strategy. The influence of an older, experienced, and well-trusted trail mount is crucial and useful when ponying the young start. The older, savvy horse teaches good trail etiquette between horses, creates confidence in the work, which eliminates barn sour issues, and the rider on the older horse's back enables the young start to overcome fears that the rider looming overhead often creates. This exercise is soon brought to the trail to create strong muscles, agility, and stamina that will be required for the weight bearing of a future rider. As his education progresses, we use continuous daily groundwork, ponying trails, and soon it's time for his first mounting. This is done bareback and held in hand while the trainer gently lays across his back, assuring him that no harm will come. As Safford learns to accept the trainer's weight across his back, the trainer uses exaggerated yet gentle movements to further desensitize the horse to the mounting process. Safford acclimates to the weight of his trainer and he begins to fully mount and sit astride. Safford is then led in hand as he learns to balance the trainer's weight as he moves about the pen in straight lines and large circles. It isn't long before the trainer attempts his first solo mount. Continuing to work on the principles of desensitization, the trainer awaits the horse's cue that he is accepting the rider. Safford flexes both sides in a lovely yield, thereby communicating his cooperation and willingness. It is only then that the trainer will request forward movement. This first ride, the trainer will not influence the horse's direction. The horse is at lateral liberty, able to choose his own directions provided he simply keep moving. It is then crucial to teach Safford lateral rein control. The trainer uses the Roberts halter or a rope halter to apply pressure across the nose, teaching to give to pressure in preparation of future bit training. Safford must be able to give to lateral directional cues, move forward and backward on cues, and be able to come to a complete stop. As these qualifications are realized, Safford then graduates beyond the pen to take what he has learned and applies it to the barnyard perimeter. It is then time to begin saddle work. The first several sessions are simply tacking up and untacking to desensitize to any fears of the tack itself. As Safford becomes more comfortable under the weight and restraint of the tack, we increase the time he spends in the tack and eventually perform several hours of groundwork in tack as well as a few ponying trail rides kept short. Soon official saddle starting begins. We do not break a horse here at StrongHorse TrailBreakers. We soft start. So at this time we take Safford back to the round pen in tack for his first mounting work. Again, like when starting bareback mounting, we work to desensitize the horse to all mounting pressures, and again we await the horse's response in flexing and yielding the right and the left, working both sides of the horse equally. We continue to follow the same principles we used for bareback and continue with teaching cues. He begins to work off the leg and learns to carry the weight of a rider with balance and strength. As his aptitude shows, we move beyond the pen to the barn perimeter as usual, and then soon his first trail ride, followed by many more. We include road rides to desensitize to traffic and hazards and begin to include hill work for strength and stamina. As his fitness level increases and he is able to carry a rider further out each ride, we soon begin bit training. We prefer to start all our horses in a simple snaffle schooling bit. It is gentle and safe and has copper spins to keep his exploring mouth busy. We begin by allowing the horse to wear the bit at leisure for up to an hour at a time. This happens in turnout so he can explore the bit in his most relaxed area. Of course, there are no reins attached. As he becomes comfortable wearing his bit, it is time to go back to the round pen to do some more groundwork. Groundwork, groundwork, groundwork. You know, 95% of what a trainer does is done on the ground. Only about 5% is actually done in the saddle. And after groundwork, we continue the stages of our process the same as we have consistently taught him. He learns to work from round pen to barnyard to trail, learning to give to bit pressure and to the pressure of aids. He is a functionally trained green-broke trail horse and simply needs the hours in the saddle and miles of trail to finish him off. Thanks for watching. Make sure to share, like, and subscribe to watch Safford become a strong horse.